Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is August 20, the 20th day of the August LeetCode Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problem. Oh no, Reddit Sudoku. Hit the like. Yeah, I usually solve these live, so if it's a little, if it is a little bit slow, let me know what you can do. But just fast forward, whatever. You're watching me kind of figure out how I'm going to attack these problems. So yeah, also I need a haircut. Huh. Hmm. But okay, so today's problem is valid Sudoku, so determine if it's valid, so that's not that bad, I guess. According to these rules, you them have 9, so okay. So this is pretty straightforward, I think, conceptually. It's just about checking whether it is valid, right? And it's about having a consistent way of putting things to get or setting things up. So the key thing is that yeah, so you can check them individually. I think two of the three things here is pretty straightforward. Rows and columns, just make sure they don't contain anything duplicate, and then you go through it with three nines. The 3 by 3 boxes, right? So that's pretty straightforward. I think that's an implementation problem. You could use sets, you could use bit sets if you want to practice your bit operations. I think this is actually a good place for it. But I'm just going to use sets, or even not even sets, just like a boolean while you have 9 numbers. You can do everything in one pass if you like, but I'm going to do it in 3 passes just because it's a little bit easier. And yeah, and there's some what you might call it. There is some like modularizations you can do, but because for example, if you just want to check columns and then you can do rows but flip it, but that's a little bit awkward. And then the 3 by 3 is in the thing anyway. So okay, so let's do it one by one. Then let's do rows first. Let's do I guess n is equal to always 9, but is that always true? I guess that's always true. So rows first. So for or for row in n, for column in range of n. So that means that for each row we have scene is equal to force times 9. Yeah, okay. And then now board of row of column, we want to convert that to an int. We want a -1 to go from 1 to 9 to 0 to 8. And then we just set scene is equal to true in theory. We have to check that it doesn't exist first. So yeah, now let's just call it num is equal to this thing. And then now we can do if scene of num. So that means that we have duplicate numbers, then we return false, right? And then similarly, now we can do columns. So for column range of n, for I think we can actually just copy and paste, even though that's, as you saw in the last time, mistakes can happen. But I think this should be okay. Yeah. And then return true. So this isn't done yet. We didn't do the 3 by 3 box. But I just want to make sure that there's no silly, not no silliness, but a little bit less silliness. Base 10, huh? Oh, the periods. I didn't handle the periods. That's right. So yeah, so that's for example is a thing that we should do. But this is very awkward. They didn't give you a test case that's easy to copy and paste. So now I have to do the annoying work a little bit. Okay. Again, it should still give the same thing, but with the periods, but that's okay. So yeah. Now I'm a little bit embarrassed because this this requires some additional copy and pasting, which is why in theory you do as much as you can if you can. But yeah. And now the 3 by 3 boxes. Man, I don't remember how to play Sudoku anymore. Okay, there are a couple of ways you can do it. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do for big. So then we just label it from the big boxes, and for small boxes, so that's just or let's just say let's just go a big column maybe, or big row first. I just for whatever. Let's have consistent casing. Yeah, so then here you have seen as you go to force times 9 for row in range of, technically I guess it's n mod 3, though I understand that obviously n is 9, so these are the same. Wait, that's not true. What am I doing? Yeah, it should be 3 by 3, but it's a little bit weird the way but that's okay. Yeah, so then now if board of, what is it, big row times 3 plus row, big column times 3 plus column is equal to continue. Otherwise you have this number is equal to inner bottom. This thing, I hope this is making sense. I don't think I'm doing anything super magical. It's just about looking at the right index and stuff like that. And unless I have some typo, which is very possible, I think this should be good. Okay, so let's give it a quick submit, because I'm a little bit lazy to come up with test cases. I hope it's good, and it is good. What is the complexity? Well, we look at each cell. We look at each cell 3 times, right? One for rows, one for column, one for boxes. So that's going to be linear. Yeah, it's going to be linear in the size of the input. Of course, if the input is always constant, then you can also say that's O of 1. I don't know. Depends on how you want to feel about it. In terms of space, you can say that we are O of 1 or O of the number of numbers or something like that, because it is just O of 9. We don't really use it. We use it. But you can imagine that we use it by clearing out existing things. So in my mind, you could program it to use very little space or constant space, even or O of n, where n is the number of numbers. In this case, it's 9. I don't know. Analysis is kind of weird like that a little bit. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. I think this is pretty okay. If you do want to figure out how to solve a Sudoku in general, you know, read up on Dancing Links by Knuth. It's kind of interesting and good thing to learn for real programming, but it is just fun in general. Anyway, that's all I have. Happy Friday. Stay good, stay healthy, have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you later. Bye bye. To good mental health. Bye bye.